Hi everyone, I'm Greg, Bioinformatter on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Moxfield. Um, Today I'm going to be opening another draft box of Double Masters 2022. I thought I was entirely through with this set, but a Twitter user named LevDev had a contest, a giveaway drawing, and I was lucky enough to win this thing. So I get to see if I can get some Double Masters 22 goodies out of this box. So thanks to LevDev for having the drawing in the first place. And let's see what we have in store here. Okay. And we got our card and the draft archetypes. Okay. We got our stacks of packs. Okay. So, let's give it a shot. Yeah. Yep, and we're going to do the upside down thing here for the packs. So we got experiment 1, so we can get our commons out of the way and be excited at the end. You know, some anticipation. Pirate's Pillage. Call to the Feast. Severed Strand. So, things seem a bit too bright. I don't know. Have to go to my maybe. So now I will flicker for a bit. Let's see if this makes a difference. Yeah, so some of the white adjustment. Anyhow, severed strands. Okay. Aven Initiate. Militia Bugler. Bloodflow Connoisseur. Glowspore Shaman. Is it Boilerworks in the Borderless? Crackling Doom. Common. Civic Saber. Thistledown Liege. Huh, I don't know if I... Hellkite Overlord. So, flying... So it's a mythic. Flying, Trample, Haste. Hellkite Overlord gets +1/+0 until the end of turn if you pay a red. Black and a green, you can regenerate it. Momentary Blink is a foil. So I guess the lieges are rare, even though they aren't worth much. Pull from Tomorrow as a rare foil. seems to me to be a darkish rare. But draw X cards, then discard a card. And we have our Cryptic Spires and a Knight token with a zombie on the back. There. Rearrange things a bit. Okay. Okay. Monastery Swift Spear. Augur Spree. Experiment 1 again. Seeker of the Way. Liliana's Elite. Jeskai Elder. Bloodwater Entity. Martial Glory. Body Double. River Hoopoe. Stagger Shock. Stun. Yeah, Hoopoe was an uncommon, and so was Body Double. Okay. So Phyrexian Tyranny is rare. Whenever a player draws a card, that player loses 2 life unless they pay 2. Cedrus, the Traitor King. Each creature card in your graveyard has Unearth for 2 and a black. And Unearth is 2 and a black. Return the card to the battlefield. The creature gains haste. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. Or if it would leave the battlefield, on Earth only as a sorcery. Okay. Tuskguard Captain is a foil. And that's as a common foil. Okay. We have a Traveler's Amulet as a foil, which is also a common foil. Okay. Yeah, so between Cedrus and Phyrexian Tyranny, I don't recall hearing those shouted out. I'll be looking them up later, but I don't think they're like in the major category. Perforos's Emissary. Deep Analysis. Grapple with the Past. Thought Scour. In that wonderful borderless version. So that's still a common, but very nice for a common. Anointer of Valor. Seeker's Squire. Deranged Assistant. Bloodflow Connoisseur. Mistmeadow Witch. Common. Bear's Companion. Devoted Druid. Combos. Okay, here's the non-foil pull from tomorrow. Marquesa, the Black Rose. So that's decent. 10th District Legionnaire, so it's a common foil. And Rampant Growth is a foil. Cryptic Spires, we have an Eldrazi, and a bear. Okay, moving on. Lava Coil. Regular 10th District Legionnaire. Arachnus Web. Aben Initiate. Knightly Valor. Supernatural Stamina. Traveler's Amulet. Chronicler of Heroes. Eternal Witness in the borderless treatment. Nice. Orzhov Basilica. Heroic Reinforcements. First rare. Shattergang Brothers. First rare. Fire Song and Sunspeaker. Second rare. Enoch Bondkin as a foil. And Spark Mage's Gambit as a foil. We have a soldier and an egg. Okay. Elvish Rejuvenator. Rift Bolt. Coiling Oracle. Annoyed Altasar. Makeshift Mauler. Militia Bugler. Severed Strands. Settle Beyond Reality. Selesnya Sanctuary. Mentor of the Meek. Psychic Symbiont. Okay, the first rare is Verena Lich Queen. So whenever you attack with one or more zombies, draw that many cards, then discard that many cards, you gain that much life. And for 2, you can exile 2 cards from your graveyard and create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token. Okay, our second rare is Ashen Rider. Okay, so flying, when Ashen Rider enters the battlefield or dies, exile a target permanent. Okay, so it's not that big of a deal. Webweaver Changeling in foil. And Augur Spree in foil. With a knight and a zombie. Okay. Gnarlback Rhino. Cruin Striker. Fireblade Artist. Capture Sphere. Doomed Traveler. Skeleton Archer. Agony Warp. Brindle Shout. Go for the Throat. First common. Travel Preparations. Dragon Arch. Yes, I've commented on this on prior polls that it intrigues me. It's, you know, 2, so it's 5 to get out, so it's not cheap to get out, but once you do, you can pay 2 and tap, and you may put a multicolored creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. So that sounds like that could be fun. Hey, Sensei's Divining Top. You know, I'm getting jaded. It's the regular version, but still, that's a very good pull. Oh, and Aether Vial. So we got artifact rares in here. So the borderless Aether Vial, yeah, that's pretty sweet. Okay, Hissing Iguanar as a foil. And is it Boiler Works as a foil? Cryptic Spires. We have a vampire with lifelink and a sapperling token. Okay. Ambuscade. Yes, I don't know if I'm being pretentious there. It could be Ambuscade, but I will go with Ambuscade. Storm Fleet Pyromancer. Burning Tree Emissary in Borderless. That's nice. Mana Leak. Common. Battlefield Promotion. Vampire Sovereign. Wingsteed Rider. Is it Charm? Bloodbraid Elf. Glory Scale Viashino. Oh, that's the first 2. Okay, so those were our first 2 uncommons. Summer Bloom is our final uncommon. Okay, Darksteel Plate. You know, that definitely comes in handy. Indestructible, an equipped creature has a destructible. Equip 2. Costs 3 to get out. Boar Tusk Liege. That's another rare. Winged Coatl as a foil. And Annoyed Altasaur as a foil. Cryptic Spires. And you have a Spirit with Flying. And a Fairy Rogue. Okay. We're finishing off the first stack here. Okay. Deadly Recluse. Reach and Death Touch. Pirate's Pillage. LevDev Sky Knight. Blight's Ending. Ether Snipe. God's Willing. Strands of Undeath. Winged Quattle, the non-foil version. Abzan Falconer is the first uncommon. Sultai Soothsayer. Nephilia Smuggler. Okay, first rare. Villainous Wealth. Target opponent exiles the top X cards of their library. You may cast any number of spells with mana value X or less from among them without paying their mana costs. It's my first time pulling one of those in all the boxes I've opened, so I don't know what that one was worth. Seasoned Pyromancer, so I know that that's, you know, that's up there. It's a good pull. Might of Old Krosa as a foil. And Teneb the Harvester, so this is a rare foil. I think the Teneb isn't one of the value rares. Okay, Cryptic Spires and Phyrexian Golem and Elemental. Okay. Pirate's Pillage. Fireblade Artist. Rampant Growth. Sensor Splicer. Unearth in the Borderless. Forbidden Alchemy. Wingsteed Rider. Spark Mage's Gambit. Golgari Rot Farm in the Borderless. Path to Exile. And Livewire Lash. This should be to our first rare. Machias. So it's not worth much, but it can be useful. Grand Arbiter Augustin the Fourth. So kind of a taxing card. Forbidden Alchemy as a foil, and Abzan Falconer as a foil. And we have Spires, we have Treasure, and we have a boar, funky looking boar on the other side. Okay. Thrive. Ruin Striker. Deep Analysis. Skeleton Archer. Jeskai Elder. Seeker of the Way. Kasmina's Transmutation. Chronicler of Heroes. Arachnus Spinner. Tower Gargoyle. Spider Spawning. Maya El's Aria. So that's not worth much. And a Liege. Okay, so that's a bust. The Lieges aren't worth much. Aether Snipe as a foil. And Rift Bolt as a foil. Treasure and a Boar. Okay. Cartel Aristocrat. Arachnus Web. Perforos's Emissary. Fireblade Artist. Liliana's Abete. Deranged Assistant. Battlefield Promotion. Agony Warp. Blood Artist. Bounty of Lexa. Breakthrough. Una's Prowler is our first rare. Mana Vault. Okay. Mana Vault, that's good. That's a good pull. Sprouting Thrynax, the foil version. And Lightning Bolt, the foil version. With a knight and a zombie. Okay. We have Sky Knight, Might of Old Prosa, Titan Strength, Supernatural Stamina, Spell Pierce in Borderless, Doomed Traveler, Drag Mangler, Traveler's Amulet, Lightning Helix, Washout, Biogenic Upgrade, Anguished Unmaking. It's a first rare. And 1,000-Year Storm in Borderless. Seeker Squire, foil. Livewire Lash and foil. Soldier. Cat Dragon. Genius Scob, Elvish Rejuvenator, Fiery Fall, Hyena Umbra, Balustrade Spy, Mana Leak, God's Willing, Brindle Shote, Graveblade Marauder, Simic Growth Chamber on Borderless, Jeskai Charm, Sidisi Brood Tyrant is the first rare, Naga Shaman. Whenever Sidisi Blood Tyrant enters the battlefield or attacks, mill 3 cards. Whenever one or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from your library, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Divine Visitation is a mythic enchantment. If one or more creature tokens would be created under your control, that many 4/4 white angel creature tokens with flying and vigilance are created instead. That could be good for a deck I'm currently building. Pirate's Pillage. It's foil. And Burning Tree Emissary in foil. It's a regular version. Okay. Treasure and the boar. The derpy boar again. Okay. Augur Spree. Tuskguard Captain. Stormfleet Pyromancer. Enoch Bondkin. Shadowborn Apostle. Advanced Stitchwing. Winged Coatl. Disfigure. Mole Drifter. Bant Charm. Goblin Banneret. Threxamundar. Zombie Assassin. Haste. Whenever Threxamundar attacks, defending player sacrifices a creature. Whenever a player sacrifices a creature, you put a +1/+1 counter on Threxamundar. Anger of the Gods. It deals 3 damage to each creature. If the creature dealt damage this way would die. This turn, exile it instead. Seeker of the Way in foil. And Goblin Banneret again, but this time in foil. And then we have Cryptic Spires. Spirit with Flying. And Cat Dragon. Cat Dragon. Okay. Kasali Pride Mage. Webweaver Changeling. Hero of the Games. Momentary Blink, Vampire Sovereign, Makeshift Mangler, Last Breath, Glowspore Shaman, Demir Aqueduct, Extract from Darkness, Scion of Darkness, Weathered Wayfarer is the first rare. White tap, search your library for a land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Activate only if an opponent controls more land than you. Elsha the Infinite, which I know from experience isn't worth that much. Thrive in foil, so blingy common dinos. Glory Scale via Shino in foil. Angel and a Drake. Okay, we're into the final stack of the second stack. Dark Dweller Oracle, Call to the Feast, Thrive again, Living Lightning, Relief Captain, Carrier Thrall, Eel Umbra, Ground Assault, Young Pyromancer in Borderless, Orzhov Pontiff, Myth Realized. Let's see what our first rare is. Judith the Scourge Diva. So other creatures you control get +1/+0. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, Judith the Scourge Diva deals 1 damage to any target. Pithing Needle. Fireblade Artist. Unearth in Borderless Foil. It's only a common, but the Borderless cards are cool, and they're even nicer in foil. Cryptic Spires, a Vampire, and a Saproland. Okay. Let's see how the final stack goes. Lightable Crosa. Here are the games. Kasali Pridemage. Carry Thrall. Advanced Stitchwing. Momentary Blink. Kazmina's Transmutation. Disfigure. Rakdos Carnarium. Cold Steel Heart. Surreal Memoir. Okay. Campbell's Console of Allocation. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, that player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So that's a new pull for me out of my cracks. And Gav, Guru of Spores. It's a mythic. Enters the battlefield with 5+1/+1 counters on it. And you can remove a +1/+1 counter and pay 1. Remove a +1/+1 counter from a creature you control, paying 1, and create a sapperling. Or you can pay 1 and sacrifice a creature and put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature. Eyeblight's Ending as a foil. And Stormfleet Pyromancer as a foil. We have a Monk token and a Fairy Rogue. Coiling Oracle in Borderless. I find that a much nicer card than the standard one. Gnarlback Rhino. Living Lightning. 10th District Legionnaire. And Balustrade Spy. Yellow Umbra. Enoch Bondkin. Bloodwater Entity. Gruul Turf in the Borderless. Skinrender. Blazing Hellhound. Okay, what's our first rare going to be? Atlapalani Nesttender. Force of Negation. So that's good. Then we have Biogenic Upgrade as a foil. And we have, Wall of Omens, Borderless as a foil. You know, it's only an uncommon, but I think this is a very cool art. So even if it isn't worth much, I think that's a nice pull, just for aesthetic purposes. Vampire and a Sapperling. Okay. You know, eventually I'll work up to figuring out all the settings I need to really do this kind of thing live. But I hope you guys at least get some level of enjoyment out of seeing the packs cracked this way. Darkswelling Oracle. Tuskguard Captain. Hissing Iguanar. Shadowborn Apostle. Forbidden Alchemy. Relief Captain. Drag Mangler. Spark Mage's Gambit. Prophetic Bolt. First uncommon. Lot Troll. Centaur Battlemaster. Okay, our first rare is Twin Flame. And our second is Gifts Ungiven. Makeshift Mangler, Mauler, sorry. Sultai Soothsayer are foils. Cryptic. Now we have a non-flying spirit token, tethered to the graveyard maybe. And Liliana, the Last Hope emblem. Okay. Grapple with the past. Fiery Fall. Ambuscade. Anointer of Valor. Seeker Squire. Thought Scour. Knightly Valor. Brindle Shoat. Terminate. Is it Boilerworks? Scab Clan Giant. Okay. Our first rare. Legion's Initiative. So red creatures you control get +1/+0. White creatures get +0/+1. A 2 and a red and white. Exile Legion's Initiative. Exile all creatures you control at the beginning of the next combat. Return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control, and those creatures gain haste until end of turn. And Disciple of the Ring. It's another rare. So pay 1, exile an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard, and you get to choose one. Counter target non-creature spell, unless its controller pays 2. A Disciple of the Ring gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Tap target creature or untap target creature. Okay, our first foil is Dark Dweller Oracle. Blah, blah, blah. And we also have a Drag Mangler foil. And we have a monk with a cat demon. Cat dragon. Yes. I can talk good. Yes, saying this many card names in a row, they start to bleed together. Webweaver Changeling. Call to the Feast. Riftbolt. Hyena Umbra. Vampire Sovereign. Aven Initiate. Martial Glory. Settle Beyond Reality. Unburial Rites. It's an uncommon. Ranker. It's an excellent one-drop card. Firemind Vessel. Mathis Fiend Seeker. That's our first rare. Menace. Beginning of your end step. Put a bounty counter on target creature an opponent controls. For as long as that creature has a bounty counter on it, it has, when this creature dies, each opponent draws a card and gains 2 life. Okay. And Bitter Blossom is our mythic. This is just, so this is just a regular one. At the beginning of your upkeep, you Lose 1 life and create a 1/1 black fairy rogue creature token with flying. Glowspore Shaman is the shiny foil. And Vampire Sovereign is also a foil. Spirits and a fairy rogue. Okay, we're reaching the end here. We got 3 to go. Okay. Number 3. Any surprises left in this box? So we got the Burning Tree Emissary, Ruin Striker, Gnarlback Rhino, Monastery Swiftspear, Militia Bugler, Standard Unearth, Standard Spell Pierce, Agony Warp, Sidraxis Spectre. Oop, no, we're into the uncommons. Wall of Omens. So we've got the prettier borderless foil version of that already. Sprouting Thrynax. Dragon Lord Dramoka. So that's good. Or at least it's not bad. Aurelia the War Leader. So that's also decent. It's a mythic. Balustrade Spy as a foil. And Graveblade Marauder as a foil. Vampire with Lifelink and a Saproling. Okay. The penultimate pack. Deadly Recluse. Lava Coil. Embuscade. Aether Snipe. Doomed Traveler. Severed Strands. Mana Leak. Blood Flow Connoisseur. Mistfire Adept. Aether Mage's Touch. Inquisition of Kozilek as a borderless version. Impervious Great Worm as a rare. Ashenmoor Liege. Battlefield Promotion. Deadly Recluse. Soldier and an Egg. Okay, here goes with the final pack. Okay. Experiment 1. Hissing Iguanar. Coiling Oracle. Jeskai Elder. Sensor Spoiler. Eyeblight's Ending. Last Breath. Glowspore Shaman. Lightning Bolt. That's an uncommon. Extract from Darkness. Civic Saber. Okay, Intet the Dreamer. So that's not a money card. Oracle of Moldiah. So that's a decent card. Let's see, that's not the Living Lightning. And Eternal Witness in foil. And we have a Phyrexian Golem, an Elemental. Okay. Well, what have we here? We will look at our rares and mythics and kind of determine what our best hits were out of that. I think I'm going to quickly go through and kind of like separate it into ones that are worth looking up and some that I'm just looking up out of curiosity where I don't think that they're necessarily worth a bunch. Some I know aren't because I've looked them up before. It's like a few of them I haven't pulled before. I've opened multiple boxes, which definitely that's maybe up there. And the other thing is that some of the ones are worth quite a bit more when they're the borderless, which we don't have as many of here. Dark Steel, Ether, Divine Top. I mean, looking at this, we've got a reasonable number of decent fulls or higher. Okay. So the ones I'm fairly sure aren't a big deal are Liege's, Shadowgang Brothers, Firesong and Sunspeaker, Ashen Rider, Wartusk Liege, Teneb the Harvester in foil, Nicaeus the Lunarch, Grand Arbiter, Augustin the Fourth. I mean, it's worth a little bit, but it's the other versions that are worth more. Mael's Arya, Balefire Liege, Elsha the Infinite, Judith the Scourge Diva, Standard Pithing Needle, Kave, Atla, Impervious Great Worm, Ashenmore Liege, and Intet the Dreamer. I think those are not worth looking up. I've kind of got my better bets here, and I've got my lesser bets here, so there's probably going to be quite a few where I will find out they are not worth much, but we will give it a shot. So now's the time that I grab my keyboard. And I've got my TCGA player collection, add products window set to the Double Masters 2022. And let's see. Yes, it will. Kite. Overlord. So Hellkite Overlord is only $1.15. Okay. Right. Well. Pull from tomorrow, even in foil, is only 98 cents. So, I think I thought I might have had that in here twice, but yep, there it is. Okay. Phyrexian. Tyranny. $1.27. citrus is $2 in this regular. Marquesa is $1.75. Verena is 50 cents. Una's Prowler is 38 cents. Yes, so these were just unfamiliar because I hadn't pulled them, but they were jank rares for the most part. It's not that I hadn't heard of them before. CDC. CDC is only 43 cents. Vexamundar is 36 cents. Okay, so my jank sense wasn't tingling enough. Anger of the Gods is 97 cents. Okay. Okay, Weathered Wayfarer is $4.99. I'll take that. Close enough to 5. We'll count it towards EV. Combo console of application $1.24. Twin Flame is $2.11. Gifts Ungiven, 97 cents. Legion's Initiative is 56 cents. Mathis is 50 cents. And Disciple of the Rings, 35. Okay, so yes, now we're starting to hit into the more interesting stuff. So Sensei's Divining Top is at 30.31 still. Or still, it's up there, despite the fact that people are pulling a whole bunch of them now, or relatively speaking, it's in a smaller print run, so $30 is good. Fine. Aether Vial Borderless is $21.98. Okay. And $7.74 for the Dark Steel plate. Villainous Wealth is only 40 cents. It sounded like something that might be worth something. Seasoned Pyromancer is 27 though, so yeah. Mana Vault regular is 56.76. So $130 together. Anguished Unmaking is $4.50, and we'll still count it as 5. Um, 1,000-Year Storm, borderless is 5. Divine Visitation is 885. Force of Negation is 46. Bitter Blossom is 28.49. Dragon Lord Dromoka is 1108. And 1119 for Aurelia War Leader. And Oracle of Maldaya is 10. 100. Two, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65. So maybe about 265 in EV. Yes, well, it was free for me. It was a generous giveaway by LevDev. So it's definitely all gravy. I think forget how much these were going for, like when I bought them at pre-order. I think at that kind of scale, it works out to being a good box. I think with the inflated costs that people are paying for these now, they might be disappointed and not quite getting as much. But there's definitely great stuff in here. So just to review, we've got the Divine Visitation, 1,000-Year Storm, borderless, Anguished Unmaking, Dark Steel Plate. I actually needed another copy of that. Weathered Wayfarer, Oracle Maldaya, Aurelia the War Leader, Dragon Lord Dromoka, Aether Vial Voider, borderless, Bitter Blossom, Seasoned Pyromancer, Sensei's Divining Top, Force of Negation, and Mana Vault. So definitely on the high end there were several really good cards. Say up to there. Those are really the stars. Yeah, that's pretty darn great. And I'm happy I got a chance to. I even though there were some janky rares, they were janky rares that I hadn't actually seen yet out of the set. So that's cool. And I'm sure there's plenty of cards that I can use in here for deck building. And I'll have to mix this in with the rest of my stuff and sort it out. And maybe eventually I'll try and sell some stuff. But for now, it's just my own horde of cards accumulating in my collection. But yeah, I hope you liked seeing the polls. This box break. I pre-ordered a bunch of the Dominaria United that's coming out. I managed to place an order for a couple of extra collector boxes before the announcement was made. About the hidden treasures, Legends cards being inserted in the collector boxes. So Yeah, with as many as I've ordered, I have a chance of maybe getting about 3 of those cards, if I'm lucky. And they'll probably be commons. So I don't think that's a reason for people to spend exorbitant amounts on it, because it's like a ridiculously slim chance that you're going to get anything great out of it. But yeah, it's a kind of like a fun Willy Wonka contest kind of thing. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. So I think that's the next round of stuff that I should be getting, as far as I know. Um, yeah, because like the Infinity stuff I paid for ages ago, and it keeps on getting pushed off. Um, and I know there's like, yes, that's as far as I'm gonna think ahead, because it's like every couple of weeks they're coming out with something new, and eventually my wallet is gonna have to be closed. But anyhow, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on one of my next videos. Bye.